Well, good morning, Coronachan. It is the first podcast of 2023, which doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter when you get old enough. You're like, what day is it? I don't know. It's the day that all the other people are going to work because it's not a Sat or a Sun. Is it a Sat or a Sunday? No, it isn't. Okay, I guess then the other people are working at their job, which I do a real job. No, not a real job. I do a fake job, but I do have a job too, and it has already been a morning of stupidity, frustration, and granules of sand in the gears and the engines. We are going to have, don't worry, we'll get to the fat chicks dying quicker than people with an additive with a root beer float. There's a new Cappy. I do have I don't really do the New Year's resolution like, oh, I got this idea. I should make some life changes to improve my life. Well, it isn't the first of the next year yet. I don't wait around, but two did happen. And maybe not to sound too much like Brad Pitt in Bullet Train, which is a great movie, but I've been drawing a lot more from that character. Where maybe good things do come from bad things. Like, oh, I'm not joking. Watch my video; it's a very important video. But no joke. Nearly all of my success comes from enemies in my past. Like, they forced me down this path. They formed, well, not totally, but without my largest enemies, I wouldn't be here. Namely, one particular girl, but also in addition, the group of girls, whether it was death by a single blow or death by 1,000 cuts. The gals that did them, I'd have to. There's a couple gals that are honorable mentions in there, but one in particular comes to mind. But there are others where I'm like, if it wasn't for that girlfriend I had, everyone's got their bipolar girlfriend. If I didn't have that, I wouldn't be here. That girl would not have slapped me across the face enough to wake me up. Like, whoa, you bitches be tripping. You all be cray cray, and it's not acceptable. Forgot where I was going with that, but anyway, I got this little success. I got a little thing, got my little life going on here, and good things come from bad things. And part of that bullet train, which I highly recommend, is you think it's bad, but it ends up being really good. And when I was sick for a month, I thought it was really bad. Couldn't do my videos, or I did them. I was like, I'm dying. But I got to sit and relax, and I reevaluated my life. Not really, but what else you got to think about? And I came to 2023. I like, we made it. We've made it to the finish line. Finished the house, all the projects done, this and that. Southern Command, I was here in November, fixed it up. It's ready to go. And without me realizing it, once I got done being sick, I was healthy enough to go out, hit the gym and bike. And I'm like, whoa, life is really great. And it was balanced. I hate to sound so Eastern philosophical meditative, but I was getting my work done. I was going hiking. I was hitting the gym, eating healthy. And then I had because I did all my homework. I did all the all, not most, not some, not this week, all vehicles, all pools, good to go, all. And there are no responsibilities or obligations. And when you have no obligations or responsibilities, aside from your standard work that you got to do, holy cow, is it great. I was like totally relaxed. You guys even saw it. Yeah, some of you sharper eye, keen eagle eye folk out there, some people on my team even saw you. Like, you seem happy. I was. I didn't know it, but it sneaks up on you. It's like your woman losing weight slowly, but you're like, why do I want to bang her more now? So, you lost weight, but you got a boob job. No, wow. Sneaks up on you. And so I like this. I want to continue this on. And then also I'm going to die, like, doesn't always have to be work. And there was a validity, a reason, a purpose, and hustle and go and full guns blazing. Like you were on a mission, and I was. I strongly recommend you all do that too. But then there's like this, you don't all have to be Atham working 80 hours a week with school. And so I'm like, man, I like this. This is what I've been working for. Shouldn't have taken me until I was damn near 50 to get here, but here we are. Here we are, right? Ready to go. And then I won't say what, but it was an amalgamation of minor things where it is a grain of sand in the engine, where it is a bit of debris, a bird's feather that gets into that jet airliner's engine. And it made me, and I've thought about it before I've come up with this observation. And what it made me realize is I have to be, what's the word? Not offensive, proactive. In order for this wonderful, balanced, dare I even say happy Cappy life to continue, it must operate at a certain efficiency. There must be no troubles. I mean, aside from normal ones. And what are we? We're a week into 2023. It was the last week of December. I was feeling good, so I could go out and do my thing. I talked about it before. One of my New Year's resolutions is I'm not going out into public anymore to buy things unless it is absolutely necessary. I wasted 2 hours going to Batteries Plus. You know where they got the battery store? The battery store, where all the batteries in the world are, except for the one for my laptop. And then I went to the GameStop. You know where all the games are? And they said, well, we don't have a Nintendo Switch charger hookup device. No. And so I made the New Year's resolution. It was time, New Year's, and I'm doing all my online shop. I'm doing all my shopping online. I bought a laser bullet. What's a laser bullet? I don't know. It's called a sight. Like I have guns here, getting guns down here, so I could blast my way out of Nevada if I need to get back to the Northern Command in a crisis. And then I do have matching gun sets for me and the GF up at the Northern Command. And I've sighted them with the iron sights and the red dot, but not professionally. So I talked to a Marine, retired buddy of mine out in the desert. He had this cool little bullet, and it's not a bullet, but it's in the shape of a bullet. And what it is a laser pointer. So you put it in there, you pull back the hammer, you pull the trigger, the pin hits the back of this laser pointer, and it shoots a laser so you can see out the barrel, so you can see where your bullet's going to land. So you save ammo on it. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. So I bought that online. I sent one to the Northern Command, one here, so I could further sight my weapons and be more accurate in case you come out and find out. You burn down all your leftist crap holes. Please do. By all means, take the suburbs with you. Come out where I am, you will find out. Now, I want to make sure I'm an environmentalist. I don't like wasting resources. So why waste 3 bullets when only one will suffice with a little bit of accurate aiming? And actually, you save a lot of time. Like you guys like practice like your marksmanship. Now there's no recoil. That shouldn't affect your firing though. But this is like, oh, this is a money saver. This is great. Basically, you fire 24 rounds and you've saved the money for this laser. I strongly recommend those of you in guns, you go get that. So I bought that online, right? I didn't have to go to the store. I went, my Marine buddy who thankfully taught me how to sight rifles and things like that, get a little bit of training on tactics and firing while moving. Even he, old timer that he is, he's like, oh yeah, go down to the gun store. I forgot what it was in Nevada. Get your optics there. I say, okay, foolish Cappy. So I spend the half an hour driving out west to the gun store to find out their scopes and their flip sights are 3 times that on the internet. I'm like, I'm not paying no $300 for a red dot. And then Cappy went to the internet and then he bought himself I think I got, well, I'll tell you my side. Let's geek out on guns a little bit. They'll get back to the philosophy. So Cappy's got not a bad right eye. It just ain't that great. And it can't see out 300 yards with a red dot. All right. Pistols are one thing, but the rifles are another. And your standard AR-15 They say it has an effective range out to 500. I'm like, you better have some pretty good optics on that and be really good. But I'm more like 300 yards. Okay. I'm 50, no problem. There's the red dot. I can see it. I'll hit a target, anything, 50 yards, iron sights, whatever. You go beyond, you start talking 100 yards, like I can't see it with this eye. So I figured you got your red dot, right? But you could flip it over. And I got this from a video game of all places. And you could get a flip sight that flips 3 times magnification on the red dot. And I'm like, oh, hallelujah. There it is. I could see it. And I could see whether or not he hit the darn target or not. So I get flip sights. So they flip down. I get a red dot. And then I get a 3D magnify 3 times scope that flips to the side. And then you use the red dot close. Oh, someone's coming from far. So, hey, look, somebody made it across the county line way over there. Let's keep them way over there. Well, look, they're rioting over there. Let's make sure they don't cross that line. So I could reach out and touch someone with the flip. And then if the battery goes dead, I got the iron sights. Just flip those up and, then I'm back to like 50 yards. Anyway, so I found all of that for less than $142 with tax and delivery. Going on and okay, calming back down. But that is a problem with yes, humans, yes, society, yes, individuals. But it's also the system. I don't mean the system, man. I'm like, it's the system. You have inferior, deteriorating, decaying human competence in Americans, labor force. You can't even get people to show up. And it's just also more inefficient, and therefore more costly to buy things in person now. You have to store it, you have to pay your rents to showcase your wares, you have to worry about theft and all that other stuff. I'm going online. But that's a system. Then there becomes individual interactions. And let me explain this to you. We're going for a big loop, big journey. Come on a journey with me, if you will, as Turd Flingy Monkey likes to say. Back in the day, when cars were first being made, you had to change the oil on the car. The technology was so new and so rough. You had to change the oil on the cars, I believe, every 100 miles. All right. Now, as technology has gone on, not only has the engine and automotive engineering improved, but the materials, the oil, the filter, the systems have also improved. And this is somewhat analogous to a young man and a young woman. If you ladies would care to go on the journey with us, you're more than welcome to go on. I would call it the hero's journey. Well, I was a piece of crap. And then I learned, and now I'm a pretty cool human being. But you start off rudimentary. You just got to get the system up and running. But as with any economy, the more specialized and fine-tuned you get, the more productive and value you bring, and the higher performance you're capable of. Whether that's a car in terms of actual physical performance, or you delivering value and therefore commanding a higher weight. Like a surgeon. Okay, you could do some math. Well, then you go to school. You have a very precise set skill. Dentists. I'm trying to think of some that requires a master welder underwater. There's a lot of precision, and you're just off by a millimeter. That person's heart won't work no more, and that bridge is going to collapse. You see what I'm saying here? So the precision not only commands a higher wage, requires a lot more finesse and skills, but it allows us to do exponentially better things. And what I really like to liken it to, because the nerds will get out there, can you imagine the precision that went into the SR-71 Blackbird? Like, we need this specific fuel. We need these specific metals and alloys. If I believe it correctly, someone more nerdy than me, tell me if I'm wrong. The SR-71 Blackbird's fuel tanks leaked on purpose on the ground, because they knew at the higher speeds, the metal and the alloys would heat up and they would expand, and that would then seal the tanks. They purposely think of the precision on all aspects that went into that plane. No, it has to have that type of wire, otherwise the wire won't work at Mach 3. It has to have this angle, and not it has to have that paint and not this paint. And it must be like to the atomic level. They had to make it that ship was pretty much perfect. Now, I'm not saying we're all going to be SR-71 Blackbirds and we're going to be that finicky or that precise. But when you get older and you start to have opportunity costs and you start to develop routines, processes, regimens, like you have your what do they call it? I have my routine in the morning. Okay. It just it throws you off. You get a little upset or perturbed. All right, that's more psychological. But I know you guys see the funny haha poop and fart show that I got going on here. Oh look, Cappy's on the internet. But when you factor in the totality of all the things that go into my life, and let's say you're almost a 50-year-old man, your life, you don't have seconds to spare. I remember talking to DT in the GF one time. I'm like, waiting to go. I'm like, guys. And we had an interesting little debate, not a antagonistic one, but like, guys, seconds add up to minutes, minutes add up to hours, hours add up to days, days add up to years. Oh, chill out and relax. And now I'm more and more convinced I was absolutely right. Because as you get older and you invest more in yourself and you structure and organize your life, you are building processes akin to all the processes and techniques and structure that went into, say, an SR-71 Blackbird or anything very advanced car. And you need, if there's a fuel, it's time. You need no errors, no F-ups, no distractions in your life, because it will exponentially drag from you and what your potential is. And when you look at, well, what is the biggest waste of time? It's usually people. Now, we do know the number one cause of all mistakes is human beings. But in your life, like, okay, I got to get this thing here. I was talking to Chad Elkins. Same. This is going to be a pretty blunt, clear example. I want to get to a more microscopic, granular level, but let me show you. Chad and his candidate have a flight. All right. That flight left Portland at a certain time. And I'm not disclosing any inside gossip. It's on his channel. Chad and the candidate need to leave by a certain time. But Chad's mom, bless her soul, Mrs. Elkins, is still a woman and like, what's time? We just live forever. La, 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 la. I shouldn't degrade her. She's nice. But she needed to try on the candidate's shoes before they left. And they almost missed the plane. Now, that minor thing, I guess that is pretty granular and microscopic. Trying on another woman's pair of shoes and two people missed their plane. Look at the drastic exponential cost that is. It's almost sabotage. Some well-placed bomb shuts down a factory for months. You see what I'm saying there? So as you, woman or man, doesn't matter, especially you're working, you're hustling, going boom, 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 when the machine's going, yeah, shuts down. Why? Because the mailman failed to deliver the mail appropriately, so you needed that device to plug into your laptop to do the thing in the project you were going to do. Yep, I know this as a writer, and writers could tell you this. I guess musicians other say, you're really focusing, man. You're really focusing. And some cocksucking mother effing member of your family. Hey, what you doing? What happened to your brother? I don't know. There's all this human splatter up against the wall. That might have been my brother, but you know what? It's quiet now. Do you have a question right now while I have my laptop open? How you doing? Literally, I would put human skulls on pikes in front. I'm going to get if I close the door. That's what I do. This gets back to When your father's in his study, when he's in his, you don't go in. I so understand that now. Because if you are slightly thrown off your game, it can be the difference between writing a best-selling song, a best-selling book, or just a book that's really average. And because so many people are we're just gonna, our team here, my team, we're better than average. We're the superiors. Superior 1099 race, higher IQs, harder hustlers, movers, and shake. We're just better. And I don't know, is it better? That's a moral thing. We, in terms of excellence, are superior. Better implies a morality. We are better than in this one functioning capacity. We are going to make our lives count better than the average normie, conformies, and inferiors. But who do you got to interact with inevitably some point in time in life? The normies, conformies, and inferiors. And when you have systems that are so complex, so precise, that they need, think of racing cars. I'm not a race car, but I'd imagine you need a very specific type of fuel, right? The SR-71 Blackbird needs a very specific type of fuel, need to be stored in certain conditions. And the rest of society just ain't along with that. They're just not along. I mean, now I'm not a big Russia-Ukraine guy, but you look at the Russian military and all the supply chain problems that they've had with corruption and all that. Like, oh, that's a great T-90 tank you got. Too bad you ain't got no electricity. Germans had the same thing in World War II. That's a really great Tiger tank you got there. Too bad you ran out of gas and you over-engineered the living hell out of it, and its suspension sucks. It's a piece of crap. The fuel system leaks all over the place. It's a piece of junk. Always with the negative waves, Moriarty. Always with the negative waves. And your life, it really is like this Tiger tank. Or it's just our 71 Blackbird. Like, you got it. Or a T-90 tank. And right, like, you got it, man. It's right there. You even have functional prototypes. You've had days, perhaps you were even lucky enough to have a full week where no one threw a bit of sand into your engine, but because people are all around, they're like germs. They're like viruses. They get into your system and they infect. They're like, oh, our transmission system is shut. Oh, the engine is down. Why? And you always go back to why. And the reason you go back to why, because normie, conformies, and inferiors don't get it. They're just, and the best way I could put it is it's like sand in the gears, right? If sand got in your gears on a regular motorcycle, all right, you do lose a little efficiency on a small level. You get sand in a SR-71 Blackbird engine or a jetliner engine. I mean, it's very small. It's catastrophic. And because you're working at such a high value added process, whether that's enjoying your life or doing work or programming or the slightest bump, the slightest interruption, the slightest inefficiency on the part of other people will cost you tremendous. And the normie, conformies, and inferiors don't get this. They don't get it. Why are you so angry all the time? Gee, I don't know. Maybe I want to make my life count and get the most out of it. It's like you get to go to the land of Canaan. You get to the promised land, but then God kicks you out. Yeah, you were there for a day. Get back. Oh, but I can get get back to. It's so close, and you've been there. You know it's not theoretical. And so, 2023, I am not buying anything in person unless I absolutely have to. But I am lessening the interaction I have with other people. I am, and I even can't, I got to come up with, I have it in my mind, but I can't come up with, I'm going to put it right there on the door as I walk out. Could you have done this online? Here's the first page. And then here's your protocol of questions. I have to have a question before I'm going to interact with someone. Look at their background. Who is this person? Like, do you get the sense that they're not all there? Is this someone like I talked about a couple times ago when I went to Batteries Plus? There was the checkout girl. God bless you, sweetheart, for working. God bless you. But you're a freaking moron because you could just assess looking at this like, oh, yep, she's not there. This is going to be the girl that's going to have to call in the guy. And I talked about Jose or Pablo or whatever his name is. He came in. I talked to how he had the eyes. He knew exactly. Yeah, buddy. I don't know. I don't think we got that in inventory. All right. Thank you very much. The other girl, I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. She had a liberal arts degree, no doubt. He's student loan bailout. Like, oh, just call the guy. Because I'm going to die in about 30 years. And I want to accomplish a lot of important things, whether that's having fun or relaxing or whatever. I'm limiting it. I am guarding my time. And so I'm not, just so you know, I'm not doing people favor. By the way, that's where you're biggest. Let me translate into actionable advice. All right. I am not doing anyone no favors, probably for the rest of my life. Probably not. People love you like, you did favors? But let me go back to it. I'm going to tell you a story now. Especially you younger guys and you younger gals, you're going to want to do people favors. You know why you want to do people favors? Because in the olden days, when we had communities and villages and you girls weren't voting to like let illegal aliens in and tax the living crap out of the domestic labor force of men and like hate them. All right. Back when we had a community, we liked each other. Just, something to consider, something to put in your tea and consume. You would do people favors, right? Oh, Grandma Tilly, she's a widow. Her husband Herman died. We ought to check in on Grandma Tilly. It wasn't even your grandma. You just the old lady next door. Someone should plow, shovel her driveway or her sidewalk, put some salt on it so Grandma Tilly. Herman's broke down by the side. Hey, let's go get the guy who grabbed the tool to fix up Herman's car. All right. It was a kind of like a barter. You just take care of each other. Oh man, Miss Jones or Mrs. Jones, her husband got injured at the factory. He's not able to work. Maybe we could pitch in a little bit of food and go over and help tend to the help out because she got 3 kids. Let's help out Mrs. Jones. That was back in the day before you girls decided that the government could do everything, vote Democrat and kick people out of community. Why can't I? You're on the side of the road. Why don't men? I can't fix. Wasn't there a video of some girl crying she couldn't fix her toilet? And a plumber says that's $250. Gee, I wonder if community or her husband would have saw it. Anyway, since you voted for socialism and kicked community out and you hate people and everything's about your hoo-ha and whatever the socialists in your university told you about hating society and community, how men aren't. Anyway, without that, but back in that's still genetic. Like, you're compelled to help somebody out. Even I got to check that. Oh, whoa, that's somebody on the side of the road. Maybe could use I don't pull over anymore. I only pull over for motorcycle riders. That's because I like motorcycle riding. I am sympathetic with that group of people. I see someone on the side of the road. Nope. Not helping you. Maybe if it was South Dakota because there's conservatives, Republicans, and libertarians, people work out there. I'm in California. Oh, hell no. Probably swerve at you. 98% chance you're a parasite. Nope. Not going to help anyone. But let's go back to the olden days, right? When Cappy was a normal human being. I was this is the crazy girl that screamed and threw a temper tantrum. The Asian billionaireess, right? This is the one who threw a temper tantrum because I didn't offer to buy her soda when I went in to pay for gas. She wanted to work. She wanted to do her own business. And I was at the beginnings of my entrepreneurial stages. I don't know. I was like late 20s or something. Wasn't 30 yet. I knew how to set up an LLC, Well, I craftily, long before OnlyFans, knew, bandwidth wasn't even there for that, knew that the only asset this girl had was her looks. She was hot. That was it. And she says, well, I'd like to do fashion because, of course, because there's no math involved in that. So I said, okay, well, why don't you offer fashion design to middle-aged men? You take them out shopping. You like shopping because you're worthless and you never pay for it. You offer like fashion consultation to rich middle-aged men, and then like you suck their dick, or they'll actually just pay you because they're hot in the hopes you might suck their dick. Like you want to talk about a loss leader, use your good looks as a loss leader. That'll definitely cost them. So I had her help her set up the LLC. I even designed the logo. I set up, even made her business cards. Back they did business cards. Like, there you go. Did she do anything? No, she didn't. That requires, now you got to market, which would have put me in the position of pimp, right? Which is, now I know why the pimps make all the money. Because the girls don't want to work. They'll do this, they'll do the one act. They won't do the marketing. They won't do the insurance. They won't do the protection. I get it. I get you. You know who makes the most amount of money on the online digital OnlyFans and things like that? It's the dudes who own it. All right. The girl, they don't, I think it was Andrew Tate they were talking about. Maybe it was, but someone had a website and he's like, yeah, we pay the girls like $1,000 a month. Because they literally don't want to do the IT work. All right. So, but I didn't have that good of a business plan. It wasn't even my business. I foolishly was trying to help out someone, thinking they would do the work. What did I do? I wasted 3 hours of my time. Now, I was a 20-something man back then. You waste 3 hours of my time now, I'll bury you in the freaking desert. They won't see you again. 3 hours of I got riotously pissed the hour and a half I wasted trying to find a switch controller battery thing and a battery for my laptop. If I and it's never going to get to 3 hours. I'll never let anyone, obviously not. But minutes, seconds, maybe not seconds, but minutes, especially if it throws off something I'm in the middle of. And while it is going to take young people, ladies, this is going to apply to you too. This is not a male female thing. This is going to, because there are women out there, you got opportunity costs, you got time, you got investments. And generally, while you're younger, you don't have that much opportunity cost. Your skills in whatever field or endeavor you have are not that fine tuned, and therefore you cannot command that much wagered time. What I would strongly recommend unto you is to still guard your time as if you are a finely tuned SR-71 Blackbird. Because when you're younger and because you're predisposed to help people or to maybe just go along to be social, you don't realize how much time and money you're wasting. Now, you dumb boys are like, I'm going to help her fix her car. This is what especially today. All right, dude, the 50s are over. You don't help no one, male or female. But you don't help. Oh, I need help with my homework. You don't help a girl with your homework. That's time you could be studying, getting a better GPA, because you're going to need it, because they're going to give her preferential hiring treatment, even though she got a lower GPA. You don't help her fix her car unless she's like your girlfriend or your wife or your mom. You don't fix her computer. You don't do anything. That is time you could invest in yourself. And ladies, it's the same thing. You got this guy you really like. Don't make him dinner. I mean, it would help. But, is he really going? This is where you need to be critically assessing of your chances. Is he really going out with you, or are you just a plaything to him? If you're just a plaything to him, don't cook him dinner. Don't do all this stuff. It's good. He's got another girl. He's got other girls going on. You take your time, as much of it as you can, and you make sure you invest it in something. Let's say something not on the dichotomy of investing in the opposite sex. All right. Hey, Tina, you want to go to perfect idea. Hey, girl, you want to go to the nightclub? What every woman who's worth her salt, like a real serious woman about working and becoming an independent woman, the club is an incredible waste of time. You might say, yeah, but I get drinks. Okay, but you don't get no guy. Let's be honest, you go home and cry yourself to sleep, most of you, right? Very rare. I mean, every once in a while you go home and have sex with a guy, right? Okay. But that's like 1 in 1,000. I don't know. Most of you go home, you reject all the guys, you get your tension fixed. Maybe you do get some free, maybe even have a little bit of fun. But then you go back home and cry yourself to sleep. How about you just study for your master's in accounting How about you put in a little bit of extra time at the gym or the office? Or, as I'm talking about balance, why don't you just enjoy yourself? Like, I don't know, whatever you want to do. Read a book, go for a walk, um, take in a movie, visit your folks. Actually go to a cafe or listen to some jazz and talk to your friends, not like yell. Like, that is a tremendous waste of time for both men and women going to a nightclub. All right, hey, come on out. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This is where you're going. When you guys get, let me warn you, when you get old, and I'm not even that old. I'm just like looking at it. Hey, you want to come down to trivia night? No, I don't want to be associated with you inferior people. Ooh, trivia night. What night? You could so tell. What 1980s, such and such. Oh, is that the age we're going for, huh? I'm so smart because I watched a lot of television in the 80s and answered that question. No, no, you don't go to trivia night. You don't go. They even got bingo now. Bingo. They got bingo at the bars. Bingo. Okay. My team, I'm not saying we're all, Tesla tinkering in his lab. I'm about to create a nuclear fusion engine that will power us to the speed of light, allowing us to travel the cosmos. I'm not talking about that. But really sit down and critically, like, I mean, if you really like bingo, oh, okay, go ahead. Have fun with the other people whose lives are effectively over, I guess. D24. Oh my God. Bingo. Oh, remember that time I won bingo at the bar? Peak of life. Um, yeah, just really to help you out when you're younger. Just guard your time, man. Guard your time. Like your buddy needs help moving and he helped you move. All right. Yeah, that's the bro code. Unlike some people, like you never drive people to the airport, that kind of thing. I'm just saying. But usually, most of your time is wasted with other people. It usually is. And if you're like, oh God, like interviews, here's another one. I mean, I'm not the foremost expert. Tune into Josh Fluke. He's the foremost expert, especially for you younger people. But you're like interviewing? Oh, we're going to have you talk to HR. No. We have a 5-stage process interview. No, not for me. You don't. I'm driving truck. I'm going on welfare. I'm not worried. No, no. There's no way to count the different ways you will waste time. Either a large chunk of time or small microscopic grains of sand thrown into your engine sort of time. But you're going to have to guard against it. And mark my words, making sure you don't piss away. What could it be? Um, like shopping is a really good one. I don't mean going out um, because it's more efficient to shop online. And this might be more for older generations, but you never go like grocery stores. Get your groceries, get out of there. Don't go with a woman. Uh, can we get the stuff and go? Generally speaking, my girls show we're in, we're out. I've been with the other. I've seen older people with their wives. The husbands just said, "Dude, you never go shopping with your wife. Never, never, unless you're on a mission. Like we're here, you don't want to get a cart. You can both. I estimate we could both carry 2 bags. Yeah, we're in and we're out. Go to the mall. How much time did you guys might? How much time did you waste at the mall? How much time? So there you go. And so that's my another New Year's resolution, only because it's timed as such. No more favors. I'm not doing people favors. I'm barely going on anyone's show. Hey, you want to come on my show? No. No, I do not. Well, I kind of do. But nope. Hey, we're going to broadcast. If I'm around, cool. I'm thinking, and this is, not that of course, Jack. Vince, Masking Geeks, all these guys, love them to death. Absolutely. Like, hey, what do you? They're like my mom, and not Vince. Vince, like, hey, we're live, effer. Hey, all right, they're like, hey, what are you doing January 17th? My mom, July 10th, 2027. We're thinking about going to Florida. You've been there. Make all the decisions for us and schedule a flight. No. We're done. Hey, it's Michael Kingswood in non-communist science-fiction.com, so I can promote it before I forget. He's coming to visit right tomorrow, Mike. You coming? Day after? And Casey says, hey man, some people enjoy trivia. That's fine. You can enjoy trivia. Some people like heroin. Some people like fat chicks. Who am I to judge? I don't go ahead. What 1980s television show starred Tom Selleck as a sexy PI who carried a Magnum gun? Magnum PI. Oh my God, I is so smart. What's the name of the 1983 movie starring Harrison Ford as he plays a guy called Jones and he looks for the Ark? Oh, you're all geniuses. Here's your honorary degree from Harvard. Yo, boy, you won the trivia at the bar the other day. Oh man. IQ of 186 over here. It's not great non-communist science fiction, but different strokes for different folks. Anyway, have a cigar on me. Thank you, sir. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, let's play a catch up with the super chat. Now we'll talk about fat chicks dying. The irony is that this show, no doubt, will, he said bad things. You should take it down. I'll be like, we are literally trying to save people's lives. We are literally trying to help out women, save their lives. And as per the previous discussion, because ladies were looped in it, not to waste their time. Who's your real enemy? Who's your real friends? Nick Crooked. I got these glasses. Crocodilus, €2. Get to study for now. Will the stream be safe? Of course it will be. I'll put this up on my SoundCloud, which is the MP3, the original location of the podcast. If you don't want to have reception or you don't want to watch YouTube, you can get it. Give me a couple days to put it on SoundCloud. Tube guy, $2. Do you still think law school isn't worth it? No, generally it isn't. No, generally it's not. It's not worth it. I mean, if you get into some top tier but even then, let's say you do get top tier law school, T14, I believe it is. I think lawyers have the highest regretted profession. I know a lot of people want to pick on the Zoomers and the alphas and the millennials about, the great resignation and quiet quitting. They're not wrong. I think they're finally waking up that most of the jobs, everyone like, hey, you want to be a lawyer because we made television, Ally McBeal, Murphy Brown, now She-Hulk. I think people are like, no. I mean, finance, I think we're all agree that finance has been, no one really wants to work in finance anymore. No one really wants to work. It's not worth it. Oh, wow. I got to lean back here. Woo Lad for $5. You'd love the NPR article titled America Needs Carpenters and Plumbers. Oh, NPR seriously, NPR, whoever wrote it, just kick yourself in the nuts. Please shut up. NPR as an entity has been pushing, worship yourself degrees. And you're gonna help out the minorities and the children and the womans and the whales and the snails and the fishies and the environment. Shut up now. Now, dude, the train is off the tracks going down into the canyon where the bridge is out. And now you morons at NPR are like, hey, we need carpenter. Too bad. Shut up. And plumbers, they say plumbing plus electrical applications dropped by 49% over the last 2 years. Oh, well, I really, NPR? Really? You I'm trying to think. That's like Philip Morris, like, say, in the early 90s saying, "Hey, by the way, did you know smoking's bad? You shouldn't smoke." That's why you don't listen to NPR. Speaking of trivia, people who listen to NPR is about as smart and delusional as people who compete in trivia. I are smart because I won bar trivia, and I are smart too because I listen to NPR. Did you listen to the study they died? I listened to that episode on NPR. Did you listen to 60 Minutes? Yes, I did. Did you read the New York Times? Yes, I did. All of you 102 IQs, shut up. Oh, yeah, that was some really insightful stuff they wrote. Yeah, yeah, I heard. Well, I don't know. I listened to this thing at NPR. Oh, the government propaganda arm that told everybody to go, major on unicorn farts. And now in 2023, now, hey, what's next? NPR's going to say we need a balanced budget. I'm still learning to do glasses. I'm still learning to do glasses. I guess the glasses are going over well. People really like the glasses. Justin Brink, $5. Cappy for dictator. No, 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 no. It's the dictator's paradox. Do you look? What was Stalin's schedule? Daily schedule, right? He must have had a schedule, right? Pretty busy, right? Any king of England, pretty busy. Um, I'm trying to think of another dictatorship. Maduro, more modernly. What's the North Korean president, whoever that person is? The Zim Kum Il. Always ends in ill. That's like an 80-hour work week, man. I don't want to. You gotta. If you are a dictator, you are responsible for those people, and you have to control their thoughts and what they say. Think about the CCP. I've never understood dictators. Never. Xi Jinping, right? Okay, he won. He's Queen Bee. He's king of Crap Mountain. He's Lord of the Flies. Do you know how much of a headache it is trying to control the thoughts and actions of 1.4 billion people? I don't want that job. I don't want that job. But Aaron, then you'd be dictator. You'd have no. No. I want to go for my walks. I want to go for my hikes. God willing, dog of no real value stays alive as long as she possibly can. I want to yell at you schmucks on the internet. I want to write a couple books. I want to go ride my motorcycle. I want to go check out stuff. I don't want to. Okay, who do you think's got the better life, me or Ocasio Cortez? I refer to one person I know as the least intelligent, non-mentally impaired person I know. Although, if I knew Ocasio Cortez person, I'm not doing this as a slam. I'm doing this. She is inconceivably stupid for someone who isn't genuinely mentally retarded. I don't mean that in an insulting way. I mean that in a descriptive medical way. She wants to lord over you. Think about how delusional I just saw some video. She's saying, like, inflation is not part of government policy. It's Wall Street decisions. And that girl has a degree in international relations and a minor in economics. Boston University, by the way, or Boston College. Yeah, send your kids there. I don't care that she got a $16,000 dress paid for by influencers and lobbyists. What's her average day? She's got to wake up at a certain time. She's got to blow dick, not literally, but like she's got to politic. She's got to deal with scumbags, both Republicans and Democrats. She's got to deal with lobbyists. She's got to go on these stupid shows and talk to morons from probably NPR. Are you kidding? Let me tell you about my day. Let me tell you about my day, Justin. Let me tell you about my day. You tell me if my day is better than the average dictator today or in the past, adjusting for standards of living. I'm going to do this show. Okay. I'm going to do some consulting at the end of it where I yell at people. We interact. We have a good time. Okay. Then I'm going to go for a walk on this nice path because it's kind of a day off for exercise and working out. Rollo Tomasi's in town. Might get a cigar with him and Michael Sartain. Maybe not. I'm going to eat some good, no carb food that I can afford. Many thanks to you people with your kind donations and purchasing of my books and stuff. And then what am I? I gotta mend a fence. That's not gonna take too long, but I'll do that. And then once the sun goes down relatively early, I might watch a comedy special. And then I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. You what? Pelosi's days got nothing on me. Nothing. President Biden, nothing. Vladimir Putin, nothing. I guarantee you talk to any one of them. Hey, here's this dickhead over in Vegas, sometimes South Dakota. Anyway, he just described his day. Would you like his day or the day you got planned right now? Which one would you guys want? Xi Jinping, he's got to be the most busy man. 1.4 billion people, and he's got to control their thoughts and their words and their actions. It would be a great philosophical question to pose to Xi Jinping. Hey, wait, you're going to die. Do you want to do this? Really? Thank God the finance industry in general largely rejected me, or they accepted me, but they rejected what I said. Because could you imagine if I was a corporate executive at some Wall Street firm? Oh, hell no. Hell no. I am never going to become your dictator. Never. And if I ever was president or dictator, I'd be like, I don't give a crap what you guys do. Just don't kill each other. Don't steal. That's it. And it'd be like your father. And if I got to come down there, it's tanks. Like when the riots were going on, there wouldn't have been like, oh, let's use beanbags. They're like, no, shoot them, kill them. Those riots would have ended. And you know what? They would have ended forever. Well, at least while I was probably like, anybody else want a riot? Okay, cool, good. I'm going to go back to fishing. I'd almost make it as like president. I'm like, nah, I work 40 hours a week. And unless like Putin's launching missiles, like, no, just kind of like it's a part-time job. Like you all better behave yourselves. Here are the rules. Did you violate the rules? Not anymore, because you don't exist anymore to violate the rules in the future. Oh my God, crime went down. People be like, oh my God, you unleashed the National Guard and the Army on the people like killing other people and burning the country. Yes, I did. What do you say to that? I wouldn't say anything. I'd just be fishing. Just like piss off you need to answer. No, I don't. I'd have my press conference person, the person that answers. He's fishing. Well, what does he say? He didn't say anything. Yeah, no, literally, he said nothing. There was nothing he said. I know you're pissed off. You and the 3 people that read your 1,000 Twitter followers. I mean, even though you work for CNN, yeah, I would never give Anderson Cooper the time of day. I'd never be on CNN. I'd never be on Fox. They'd be like, what? President Clary did bad thing. Does not respond like he always does. Where is he? He's hiking in Moab. We don't know. It'd be, where's Waldo? You want to know where the president is. All right, there we go. We got Michael Skin, noncommunistsciencefiction.com. Rachel Wilson in the house. Get her book on feminism. Justin Brink, $5. Cappy, the best part of watching you get annoyed is your unrivaled sarcasm. Oh, Justin, it's so cute. You think that's sarcasm? Just give it time. You'll realize, oh, wow, people are really like this. You think I wouldn't? What? You actually think I would tolerate riots? No. No. You're murdering and burning people's places down? That's what invading armies do. You are now declared an enemy of the state. Shoot to kill. Done. Ice Nose, $2. Hey, Cap, want to move some leased furniture with me? No, I do not. Leased furniture. Then there's a piece of me, it's like, well, I'm protecting the people who lease their furniture and have a McMortgage with a McMansion and are also equally parasitic. I guess maybe just burn it. What the hell? You guys solve it. I'm going fishing. Wholesome. I'm going to hang out with Putin. We're going to go play chess. I don't know. Whatever we're going to do. Are you going to talk about Ukraine? No, we're not. I really don't. It's not my. I don't care. Wholesome DJ Aftershock for $5. We are an American dad. We are fat and sad. We are an American dad. My wife is cheating on me in my McMansion in Brookfield. We are. Oh, are you in Milwaukee? American dads are pointless. I mean, there's so few Rich Coopers and the Marine hours. There's so few genuine dads out there. You could tell. You know how you're a good dad? Because your kid don't live with you when they're 30. Like, you don't worry about your kid. Rachel Wilson, $5. You could please get her book. It was Occult Origins of Feminism. Very interesting historical piece. Hey, Cappy, Andrew said to tell you, here's 2 extra minutes of content to waste my time. I like your husband. I'm like, I had some plumbing problems. Like, hey, Andrew, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, I don't think that. Quit being a pussy and fix it. Rachel, what's it like having a man who can fix the plumbing and actually fix the house? What's that like? What is that like? All the New York lefty women. Ooh, she has a plumber for a husband. Ooh, grody. I can't watch She-Hulk. The internet's not working. I need a guy to help out. And you go over there as the IT guy. It's going to be $150, but I can't afford $150. We'll pay $150. And she, goes, whatever, gets her $150 paid. You go over there as the IT guy, like you just plug in the wire. Like, okay, see you, bye. Justin Brink, $5. I was kidding about the dictator thing. I just want to watch it. Oh, okay. All right. Well played, sir. Well played. I want to see you getting right. I find pleasure in small things. I know. What was it? I enjoyed tuning into Cynical Libertarian Society, solely to watch him suffer, to see him get annoyed with the idiocy, which has gone down greatly because he moved from Colorado to South Dakota. So there's not, and the people he works with are great. So there's no complaints anymore in that regard. So you gotta find out. But sinlibsoch.com. Just a warning, isn't exactly a fan of minorities and women, just in case you happen to be on those teams, but funny nonetheless. Ralph Raphael, $5. Hey, Cappy, currently 7 million men not choosing to work. How are they currently making money at this time? Well, the good women and some men who vote Democrat created an adequate welfare state. And also, if you go back to Paul Wellstone's time before he died in a plane crash, they were desperate. This is going back 15, 20 years. They were desperate to get mental illness as something that would qualify you for disability, which they did. And now, and I'm sorry, third factor to introduce, where again, I am with the younger generation. Corporate cocksuckers and employers and HR kuantas have made employment nearly impossible. You need to get a bachelor's degree, master's preferred, all that, so many hurdles. And when you do go work there, it is a nightmare. It is unethical, and they lie about the job. That these 7 million people, either out of intelligence or simple human ingrained laziness, realize they don't have to do that if they don't want to work. And that with the help of their parents and the government, they can play on video games and all that. What percentage of them are smart, calculating men who would have worked otherwise? No more than a third. How many of them are just lazy neats and soy boy nilfs that are a byproduct of women voting Democrat and putting life on easy mode, and thus these boys never were forced to be galvanized into men? I'd say 2/3. That's just a ballpark. Just a ballpark. Yeah, that's how they're making the money at the time. Yeah, there is government aid. Like, it's not I was there, I'm not that I was in need, but there's food shelves. If you look, if you can live at home, you're golden. You could find food shelves. You can, I guess that's all you really need. Food, clothing, and shelter. There's Goodwill. The Salvation Army will give you clothes for free, I believe. Like, you don't have to work if you don't want. You're just gonna have kind of a boring life. And so if you're gonna live with your folks because, I don't know, parents divorced, mom never kicked you out, dad was ballless, whatever, we're talking my generation of parents. They're not cool as you think they are. They're actually horrifically bad parents. So, yeah, that's how you can do it. Oh, where have all the good men gone? Just so sad. They're not around. F.W. Stoiben, $5. Thanks for yelling at us, Cappy. It means you care. I care, Phyllis. Look, if you guys are going to listen to me, like you actually, it's not even listen to me. If you genuinely care about your life and you are willing to do the work, not or, and, dude, we'll help you out all day for a fee. Because you're going to listen. You're going to actually make it productive. It's the people like literally, hey, ladies, you shouldn't be majoring in dumb stuff. And these ladies' responses, some of them are, you hate women or misogynist. It's like, okay, just please, okay, go get your law degree. Go live Sex in the City. I don't care. It's worse than a fate of death. Please do that. But then when I have a couple young gals, Asshole Consulting is going to have its 9-year anniversary here this March. And people who are in high school are now in the 20s. And they're like, hey, Cappy, if I found you in high school, I did the thing. I stayed in shape. I'm happily married and I go hiking with my husband. Doody, doody, do. Hey, Cappy, I was going to major in political science, but you made it chemical engineering. Now I'm making 80 grand a year. Do. Like, hell yeah. It's production. Fair amount of young black men. Hey, Cappy, you consulted me. Mom stole my credit card, my social security number when I was a kid. Ruined credit. Joined the military. Thanks for all the help. Black man's got out of poverty. Go team. It's like, yeah, team us. Look at that over there. What'd you do, Aaron? Look, you see that over there? What? I did something a teacher never could do. What's that? I got a black guy out of poverty. It's true. Teachers never got a black kid out of poverty. Not one of you. Hate the white man over there. That'll make you rich. What? I don't care. I like to see not my time wasted. There. That's what it is. I should do that with teachers. Hey, look at all those black people you didn't get out of poverty. That's a great job you did with the black community. Did you tell them the thing about how to blame other people for their choices and problems? Yeah, look at them go now. It's almost like it's a repeat of their parents' generation. That's great. You did a great job. How many more trillions did you want to spend? Did you tell them to major in engineering and I don't know, go join the military, get the G? You didn't. Oh, but I'm the second. Oh wait, no, I'm the racist because I told them to go major in engineering and join the military and not commit no crime. I'm the bad guy. Oh, okay. Because my team of black dudes that did what I said are kicking the ever living crap out of your team in terms of production and success. Like, did you see let me introduce you to my team. Yeah, they're the ones making the money and doing really well in life. Oh, but you said the nice things that didn't hurt their fifi. All right, yeah, you're a saint. Real saint you are. To every public school teacher ever. Wholesome DJ Aftershock, $2. Dude, bro, you weren't cool enough to live in Brookfield. I thought it was Whitefish Bay, aka White Man's Bay, which is where that joke of an adopted trash, washed up football player was from. And now he is no longer. I saw him, Patrick, $2 Canadian bucks. I saw you on a pod. God, look at me, all old, moving my glasses down the bridge of my nose. Holy cow. I saw you on a podcast and this guy who kept pandering. Okay, cool. Eric Burns Marsh, $2. Cult of Cappy donates. Thank you very much. Today's donation, today's money goes to What is today's? I guess I'm gonna get some food. I don't know. Maybe if did Rolo text me? Let's see if Rolo texts me back. Let's see if the old man texts me back. Did the old man text you back? No, he didn't text me back. Doesn't let me know if he needs a ride to the airport. I got a text from Atham and Chad. Where's Chad? Where the hell are you, Chad? All right, those are my friends. You don't go to life with the friends you want. You go to life with the friends you have. I guess I don't know, a cigar maybe today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Be perfectly honest, it's okay. I think, man, I'm in the mood for a Jimmy John's Unwich. Sometimes you don't need fancy. If you just, boy, I really could go for that. Justin Brink, $5. Oh, there's almost 300 of you. Why don't you all subscribe to the channel? I'm like this close to 100,000, like 97.3. I just need 2,000. No, yeah, 2,700. If you would, please, that'd be nice. That'd be sweet. Justin for $5 again. Just wanted to say thanks for the Castlevania recommendation. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? Watched it. Watch it all the time now. I watched 30 minutes of Bullet Train so far, trying to like it. Well, maybe it's not for you. But give it some time. Look, it's kind of Quentin Tarantino-esque. It's not necessarily about the plot. It really is about the journey and that. 30 minutes in, you've met the two British guys, right? The conversation they have about Thomas the Tank. Sean Patrick, $2 Canadian bucks, pandering to OnlyFans girls for $3. Oh, that one. Oh, yeah, that one. Don't get me wrong. I like Michael Sartain and Rolo, of course. They're friends. I guess Mike would be an acquaintance. Oh, dude, I don't think I'm ever doing that again. I love Fresh and Fit. Like, hey, you stick around for the late night show? Hell no. I don't want, no. Everyone keeps talking about like getting some normal girls on their shows, just like to have normal girls on. And every girl I think of, I'm like, no, they got legit professions and careers that I would not want to endanger having them on my show being associated with. Legit. And these girls, I could see like, yeah, you put a lot of effort in your career. I don't want to ruin that. I'm aware of my nature. I'm aware I'm not like welcome in normie world. Scrolling. President-elect pressure, 609, 666. Ah. Happy J6, January 6th. Thank you. Thank you very much. Shout to the devil. Shout. Shout. Never mind. All right, there we go. Hey, you know what? Let me do this. Why don't we all take a break? I'm gonna go grab myself a Rooster Booster Light. Let me pull up the. Oh, what was it? Hang on, guys. Everyone go for a break. I gotta look some things up. I should have looked this up before I went live. Come on, Clary. Was it Conceptual James? Here we go. Conceptual James. Where is it? There we go. Come on. Eating well. Hang on. Let me look that up. Go for a break. I'm just going to look this up. Here it is. Eating well. We'll get to the dead fat ladies episode here. Okay. All right. Let's take a break. I'll be back as a professional. Oh, God, look at this. The friend you don't want, but the friend you got. There we go. Hey, by the way, seriously, if any of you are looking for a chemical engineering graduate, Atham is graduating this spring. If you're interested, reach out to me. He has followed up with other people, but do that. I'll be back in a second. Hang on. All right, we're back. Let me get rid of Athem's face. We don't need that here. Let me go through the sponsors really quickly. Academiccomposition.com. Go to academiccomposition.com, where Alex and his crack team of writing staff will write your college papers for you. Or if you are a liberal arts major, or maybe just want to work remotely from a beach somewhere where it's warm, he's always hiring writers and marketers. It's not fun writing liberal arts papers about how much to hate a group of people because your parents had children they couldn't afford, namely you. Okay. It's not fun writing papers about worshiping traits you were born with. Ooh, the mighty, how many millions of pages have been written about having a hoo-ha? Holy pissing away of life, Batman. But if you can handle it, you can hack that. You can work from the beach and be immediately remotely employed by contacting Alex at academiccomposition.com. The Way of Monkey book by Turd Flinging Monkey. I would strongly recommend getting that book and reading it. It is a must. It addresses more of the philosophy. There's not a lot of philosophical books in the Red Pill. This addresses philosophy. And it's kind of where your operating system will form. Kind of like, okay, what do I really want on a life? And I would recommend consulting that book first, putting it together, and then deciding, okay, what do I major in? What do I do? So it's kind of like you need a life philosophy to follow. Otherwise, you just become a robot. Go to college, vote Democrat, go into debt, buy more debt, get car, get McMansion, op. Get divorce, settlement, payment, alimony. Why am I poor? Put bullet in chamber, no other option, op. So you don't want to be an NPC, essentially. You should probably read that book. And tune into his show. What else? And then, well, those are the only two. I must have had more than that. This is a scaled down version. Yeah, I'll get it later. All right, let's do this. This is by Carla Walsh, reviewed by dietitian Jessica Ball. And let's talk about these ladies first. All right. Jessica Ball, Masters of Science, a dietitian. Bachelor's of Science in dietetics, Master's in dietetics. She's not a doctor. And her expertise is food and nutrition. Experience Jessica Ball has been with Eating Well, that's the website we're reading from, for 3 years and works as the associate nutrition editor for the brand. That's your job, huh? She's a registered dietitian with a master's in food, nutrition, and sustainability. This woman doesn't know anything. She is not a doctor. And maybe she does know something. She's ignoring all. Like, look, if Cappy wanted to make money early in his banking career, what should I have done? I should have lied. Nope, everything's fine here. Price to rents ratios 50% above average? No. Credit scores of 400? No, there's not going to be a housing crash. I would have been promoted, made a lot of money. I don't think for a second she believes any of this crap. Unless her education was so politically biased to spare people's feelings at the expense of their lives, that she didn't have to take a Hippocratic oath. She didn't. This is not a doctor. This is someone with a master's in food and nutrition. Sorry. Her role in Eating Well, writes bobbity boo. Like, do you work at a registered dietitian, former triathlete and member of okay. Is this your Twitter follower? No, this is the Instagram. Less followers than me, LinkedIn. Come on, tell me you got a real job. Tell me there's like no real job. No, I don't want to sign in. Just tell me about her. Educator. Ooh, assistant professor in sports nutrition. Taught a 10th grade health class lecture at Mount Abe High School, where 85% of students strongly agreed that they learned something new. That's on your resume, lady? That's on your resume. You taught a class one time and 10th graders who don't know jack agreed with you. Holy cow. Are you single? researcher awarded a grant, writer and speaker. Oh God. Okay. Have I exposed her for her not knowing anything? Have we done that? Let's go to the next gal. That's the authority. Look her up. Look up her LinkedIn. You don't believe I left a lot out. There was a lot of fat to be trimmed from that. Pun intended. We're talking about nutrition. That is the professional that reviewed the article. Said, "Yep, that's right. We're about to read." Wait, did I? Oh shit! Hang on. Oh, there we are. All right, now let's look up. Hold on. Let me clean up the. Let's look up Carla Walsh. Oh boy, are you single too? Free. Okay, she's thin. All right, for an older lady, she's quite attractive. I'm honest where it is. Sit down, everybody. Look out for this intellectual heavyweight coming. Location Des Moines. I know it's not pronounced that way. Iowa. Double major in magazine journalism and kinesiology. Tell me you don't want to do math without telling me you don't want to do math. Level 1 sommelier. Like she chooses wine. Have you ever seen more work avoidant resumes? I mean, the only thing they could add is activism to make it more work avoidant. Experience. Freelance writer, sommelier, former fitness instructor, personal trainer. Okay, it shows. That's the real work she put in. Wrote for magazines, written about health food, boobity boppity bop for 12 years. Double major, Began her career in 2010 with Fitness Magazine. Boppity 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 boo, boobity boppity boppity bop. Let's go LinkedIn. Past 1 level sommelier with the Court of Master Sommelier. Man, white people will come up with the most boring crap to give themselves award one. That's strictly a white. This should be in things like the book, stuff white people like, or whatever it's called. Master's degrees and awards, like the Nobel Peace Prize. And what is this? Court of Master Sommelier. There ain't not one white person. There ain't a non-white person in that whole thing. Gary, hey, where are all the white? I don't want to see anyone but white people. Where should I go? I would say you go to the Court of Masters Sommeliers. Guarantee you there isn't going to be a Latino, not an Asian, not a black dude. There may not even be an Australian. You can't, I don't know, the Southern Hemisphere. Not a single one. Oh, God, it'd be such a boring party. Oh, all these acronyms of no-name institutions. All right, let's go to LinkedIn. Double major, graduate, summa cum laude. Yeah, that's real tough with journalism and kinesiology. Next year's passed. Took you 6 years to pass the wine smelling test? Food, health, fitness. When I'm not writing, you'll find me on a never-ending quest to explore every inch and every taste the world has to offer, from skydiving 2 hours after finishing a half marathon to eating my way through Peru to talking. I like to travel. Okay. She's in shape. I'll give her that. All right. Here's the article, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready for the clickbait? Eat less, move more doesn't actually work for weight loss, according to a new study. Research shows, studies suggest. Never look at what here's what they want you to do. They want you not to believe your eyes. I think that's basically what all of media wants you. Don't believe your eyes. Remember Aunt Tilly? She was fat, and the doc said, "You're going to die early." And then Aunt Tilly took her diet, her life seriously, gave up the booze, gave up the cigarettes, and oh man, Aunt Tilly lost a lot of weight. How'd you do it? Less food, more exercise. Literally, you two. Why don't you just say pick up smoking? Honest to God. The superficial advice may do more harm than good, a new study suggests. If you actually want to see the scale shift, here's what to keep in mind. Oh, okay. The yearly physical for some with the here goes the long introduction. The long introduction, what they have to like take their pen and write it crassly like a swordsman to still, well, see, I write really good. For some, a checkup with the primary care doc feels like no big deal. Few tests, some notes, and a thumbs up presented with the see you next year. But for millions of Americans, including the 42% of adults who fall under the umbrella of obesity, it's 75 who are overweight. Knock it off with just the obese. Overweight, 75%. By potentially inaccurate body. Ooh, there's hope, fatties. There's hope, fats. The BMIs, but how many lies you got to tell yourselves? Like, do you like looking in the mirror? Do you like looking in the mirror? How do you girls live with yourselves? Like, honest to God, I don't sell kids heroin. I don't advocate people's death. I don't advocate a higher mortality rate or lower life expectancy. How? How do you do this? How? By potentially inaccurate body mass index. A doctor's visit can be overflowing with uncomfortable moments. Heaven forbid, dude. I got my philosophical. But the great one's one of my best friends, but that doesn't mean I don't have philosophical disagreements with him. But by God, the most profound thing he's ever said. I'm going to read what they wrote here. I'm going to tell you what he says. A doctor's visit can be overflowing with uncomfortable moments. And his axiom or his rule: no white woman in North America must be inconvenienced or suffer. Not at all. You must not feel pain at all. That is the rule we all have to follow. Even though pain would help create an interesting person, pain and suffering is what makes interesting people, what creates real human beings out of mindless NPC robots. But no. At all costs, you must not suffer pain. I got a buddy who's a nurse practitioner, one of the awesome girls out there. All these people come into her office. I think I'd have to reconsult. Sweetheart, if you're listening, text me. I think it's 75%. A distinct majority of her clients' problems would go away if they lost weight. But we can't. You would prefer comfortable lies over life. Like, you really want that drug, man, even if it literally kills you. You're such a weak, pathetic human being. You can't suffer not only constructive criticism, but vitally constructive criticism because your life literally depends on it. And I'm not going to sit here like, oh, I might offend. No, F you. And it's not because I care. I really don't. I mean, like, yeah, go eat. Go run off that cliff. I don't care. And also from a libertarian perspective, it's not my body. So you do with your life what you want. But I'm not going to stand here and say, oh, yeah, big is beautiful. I'm not doing the lies. There are 4 lights. 4. Or however many there actually was in that Star Trek The Next Generation show. We're not throwing stones at doctors, and we know that many treat patients with compassion, targeted advice in a body-neutral way, but that's not the norm according to a study published by in the Journal of Family Practice. In it, the researchers say that in the majority of cases, doctors give patients weight loss advice that's more abstract than actionable. No. You do this or die. Don't tell me it's not actionable. I don't think a doctor said you got to climb out. Not once. Eat health. Shut up, you disgusting, hypocritical women. Especially you, Miss Thing Cakes. You know exactly what's required in a diet. In journalism school, did they just tell you to lie to women? Hey, we need money. Don't tell them the truth. Like, is everyone Oprah now? Whoa, don't tell women the truth. Democrat Party, whoa, don't tell the blacks and the Hispanics the truth. We need them to vote for us. We need their money. How? What? What? Doctors give inactionable advice, according to this joke of a study. I don't think there's such a thing as inactionable advice. Now, impossible, yes. But, oh, yeah, they just can't set down the food. Shut up. Just shut up. I even read this article. I thought it'd be, funny, haha. This is despicable. Just despicable. I'm not a big guy on morality, but geez, man. At least I don't contribute to the early deaths of people. I'm not a quasi murderer. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I got to be more. Maybe you guys, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys are just Operation Evil, and I got to get with the plan. Maybe you've come to the epiphany that I did, that some people are just not going to listen to truth, and the only purpose they have on this planet is to act as cattle to enrich ourselves off of. Because I guess these ladies make money. They make money, right? They got income. So let's sell them the lies that they can get fat. Oh, it'll kill them earlier, but we got some advertising dollars out of it. Holy cow. At least I admit, at least it's in the name, Operation Evil. This isn't a good thing. Majority of cases, doctors give patients weight loss advice that's more abstract than actionable, too vague to be beneficial, and not always supportive by science. Yep, it was the doctors being vague about how to lose weight, because that really is a Scooby-Doo mystery. Ahead, learn more about what research has landed in this conclusion, plus what the scientists say. What this weight loss study found. A team of experts. Did they have your educational credentials, ladies? Math avoidance studies? At the University of Oxford in England, investigated 159 audio recordings of consultations between general practitioners and the patients who had BMI within the ranges deemed obese. Superficial advice was common, including guidance that one person should change their lifestyle a bit. Yes, because they have to be polite, because otherwise they get poor ratings and they get fired. Shut up. Case closed. You two are disgusting. Disgusting. Let me guess. You're not going to change. Never mind. Only 20% of the appointments include doctors offering advice on how to actually accomplish the weight loss. You're dealing with you're all adult children. Common suggestions included the abstract tips, which aren't actually backed by current science. Eat less, move more. That's not backed by science? Just take the stairs. I'm going to be careful what you eat, reduce your carbs, use an app to track your calories. And in some cases are patently false. I'm sorry, do you girls have doctorate? Do you have medical degrees? You don't? Hey, shut up. Get as much exercise as your joints will allow. Make your own gluten-free. Okay. Our analysis identifies that clinicians mostly do not provide effective advice. Do you guys just want to go work for North Korea newspaper? What? So even if patients were to follow the advice, they would unlikely to lose weight. The researchers write in the journal, noting that the eat less, do more angle was the go-to fallback recommendation when other sources weren't available. All right. All right, fatties. You want to lose your weight? Here you go. Since these are all lies, let's just take the reverse, right? Reverse engineer. Like how not to become a millennial. That book, we looked at the millennials and said, okay, this did not end well for them. We should learn from the tragedy that befell them. I'll admit that millennials didn't necessarily put themselves in that position. So we reverse what they did to find out what we should do. So here's the thing. Eat more, move less. Take the elevator. Eat whatever the hell you want. Don't be careful what you eat. Eat whatever the hell you want. Increase your carbs. Do not track your calories on an app. Get as little exercise as your joints will allow. Eat processed food. you want to, how much you want to bet there ain't no comment section below? How much you want to bet? It's definitely understandable why more tailored, nuanced advice is challenging to provide, since our current medical system is treatment and disease-centric rather than focus on prevention. Very little time during the medical school. What is it the doctor's responsibility when some fat sow or fat hog walks in, says, hey, I need to lose weight? It's too late for prevention. It's like my field. So I majored in kinesiology with a master's in journalism. I got a bunch of student loans. What do I do? I'm like, well, I guess you work a second job to pay it off. This is another great reason why it's important to consult experts specialized in those fields, like registered dietitians and physical therapists. Plus, doctors are often short on time to really get to know their patient's habit and other internal. What, like patients have no responsibility, huh? None. No agency. They can't figure it out. Doctors need clear guidelines on how to talk opportunistically to patients. Well, we got to talk to them like little spoiled children, don't we? Living with obesity about weight loss. Madeline Tremblett, PhD. Who's Madeline Tremblett, PhD? In medicine? Does she have an equally impressive no-go where anywhere resume that you girls had? Qualitative researcher. I'm a qualitative special applied conversation analysis, previous research exam. I'm currently working on. Just tell me what your degree is in. What is your degree in? What is your degree in? Madeline. Boy, that's a unique name. Not going to be hard to find you, lady. Oh, it's too bad she's a redhead. Whoa. Whoa. Got a ton of information here. It just went back to the site. I don't want that. Just give me. Honest to God. I just want the name. It asked for everything else. I didn't ask for everything else. LinkedIn. Here we go. Teach. University. She was as part of the master's program for increasing access to psychological therapies. I act as a potential client for trainee therapists, student rep, community worker, Okay, she has her PhD in psychology, and we all know. Here we go, PhD psychology. Brilliant. Your team's doing a real good. At the rate people are consuming antidepressants, how mental illness is going, you guys are doing a spectacular job. Yeah, your field is totally legit. Okay, a third person, a third failure. Lead author of the study, bobbity baba boo. This can help them avoid amplifying stigmatizing stereotypes to get effective help to patients who want to lose weight. Bottom line, you going to break it down for us, ladies? You going to break it down? A small study analyzing doctor conversations with patients revealed that much of the standard weight loss advice is too vague to be useful. Occasionally, it is totally inaccurate. Instead, here's what they suggest as treatment instead. How much you want to bet this avoids any responsibility on the patient's part? Hey, you know what, ladies? Kind of like critical drinker, neurotic, it's a Gundam. Have to owe their success to Hollywood's failure. I have to owe my success to you and the literally millions of other people who just lie and try to back vindicate your joke of career and degree choice professions. I appreciate this. This is great material. Great material. So let's just say nutrition counseling with a registered dietitian. Oh, geez, trying to drum up some business there. Behavior modifications focused on areas like stress management, lifestyle change, including tailored physical activity advice, assistance with overcoming systemic barriers such as food insecurity. I gotta be careful what I say. Ladies, I'll leave you with this. I want you to continue what you're doing. I think that's the worst thing I could ever say to despicable human beings like you. I want you to continue doing what you're doing. You'll waste your life. Congratulations. Have fun. Just your legacy was you're no different than banksters. Your legacy is you made it worse for other people. You're not capable of shame, but I know diesels like you end up having bad lives. See what I did there? Only a couple people. you man, you ladies are all diesels. There you are. You're the dieselest diesels that ever dieseled. Good luck. Have fun with your life. Have fun. I bet there's a lot of sleeping pills taken so they could sleep with themselves. Not in that way, I mean. Article number 2. I don't know, this is a day or two later. This happened on the 19th. Jamie Lopez dead. Who? Go look her up. Look her up. Let me go find some. So go ahead, look up Jamie, Jamie, Lopez, spelled Lopez. Let me scroll back up. Make sure I don't have. Come on, computer, do the thing I want you to do. Come on. Remember the time. Here, okay. Did I get this super chat? Yeah, we did. Okay, we got the president elect. Everyone look her up by now. Let me block this. Atham, did you block this guy? Oh, you got it. Okay. I got that. Okay, here we go. All right. From TMZ, Jamie Lopez dead after heart complications. Shocking. And of course, she's wearing a crown. She's a queen. Slay queen. Tell me your life is miserable without telling me your life is miserable. Girls who say slay queen. Jamie Lopez, the driving force behind baby doll beauty coacher and star of Supersize Salon, has died. Sources close to Lopez tell us she'd been hospitalized in Las Vegas and died over the weekend as a result of heart complications. It's not complicated. It's not. There's nothing complicated about it. Why is the wiener dog unable to jump up on the couch? Because it's a wiener dog and it's short. Why did the fat women die? Because her heart gave out. She was fat. It's not complicated. A rep for BBC said in a statement, "We regretfully announce with great pain the passing of the founder and owner of Baby Doll Beauty Coacher." The legendary. Did you know of the legends? I had not heard of the legends. Jamie Lopez. We ask on behalf of the Baby Doll family that you allow us the time to process this tremendous loss. All right, it's been 3 weeks. It's not too soon. And we're trying to save lives, unlike you people. Lopez, who at one point weighed 846 pounds, designed her salon while confined to her bed, too heavy to get up and see the world. The show followed her progress, including her 400-pound weight loss and her first time walking inside the salon. Baby Doll Beauty Coacher was founded to service plus-size women, and the Supersize Salon, which premiered Jamie was only 37. Now, honorable mentions that she did try to lose the weight. I'm surprised she didn't die under 800 pounds. Go down to 400. No. I don't care. I mean, it's for both men and women. It's your life. That's it. Do you want to live or not? Now, maybe if you're religious and you generally believe in the afterlife and you don't want to have anything to do with the opposite sex or these mere earthly trinkets that are of no spiritual and philosophical value to you, and you would just like to meet your God, then by all means, go ahead, be fat and overweight. Nothing wrong with it. Enjoy the food, get to see your God earlier. But if you would like to have any participation with society, especially for ladies, you cannot get fat. Men, to a lesser extent, but no less real, you can also not let yourself totally go. And I I don't know if death, someone died at 37. There not too long ago, another young lady, fat activist, died at I think 40. And you could search it, fat activist dies, and you'll find I think 5 or 6, popularized deaths, not in a positive way, obviously. I don't have to convince my team. I just have a question for the people, like the 3 despicable women that wrote or participated in that article. Is death serious enough of what's the word? Not only a serious enough consequence, but is it a conclusive? That's the word I'm looking for. Is it a finite? Is it a ironclad? Is it a concrete ending result that you might get the slightest bit of morality and to all the other fat activists, which that's got to be conflicted. I mean, man, that's amazing. You would prefer death over getting in shape and going on a diet and exercising. I guess it could be said for a lot of people. And so maybe you're addicted to food, like legit addiction, and the addiction is more. I mean, how many people die of drug overdose, right? Here, I guess we could run a parallel. Is heroin bad? Like heroin's bad, right? Is alcoholism bad? Why is it bad? Well, it kills people. Oh, it ruins lives, just like overeating. Oh, no, that's different because we can legally make money off of the womans. I, you know what? I just got to take my libertarian, que sera, hands off philosophy. Just say, all right, you're the dope peddlers. I mean, there's pedophiles in the world. There are drug dealers. There are mercenaries. There are assassins. There's thieves, and there's you guys. You're just another variant of dope peddlers. But I guess, I guess it's not as bad as pedophiles. I guess it's just like drug dealers, and it's not. Are you taking that angle? I'd love to defend you. Like, oh, you're taking the angle that drug dealers, they're not the ones forcing the drugs. And you could say we're not the ones putting the food in their mouths. But I don't think the drug dealers ever said, yeah, heroin's good for you. Oh, yeah, this study shows, ran by a bunch of non-medical people, that drinking a ton of booze is really good for you. It was financed by the Seagram's company. Just let me know. It's a joke now. It is a joke. That's your legacy, ladies. There's your propagandists. Your propagandists. Was it Goebbels? It's Goebbels? Yeah. Himmler was the SS. Goebbels with the prop. Hang on, let me look it up. Joseph Goebbels. German politician. Chief propagandist. Chief propagandist. Okay. Good for you, girls. Let's go through the super chats. We'll call it a day. Michael Kingswood, $5. John 3:19. This is the verdict. Light has come into the world, but people love darkness instead of light because their deeds were evil. Yeah, I know. I envy religion in that it's simpler, I guess, than a secular approach to this. I try to figure out the human incentives, the financial motives, which ironically, and perhaps not ironic, unsurprisingly, all revert back to the 7 deadly sins. It's not a coincidence. Boy. Don't you girls get pissed off being lied to by your fellow women? Like, do any I know the girls in my audience do because they're empiricists and like truth. I don't know. Maybe they like to fall in love and get a good dicking by a strong male husband. Who knows, man? I don't know. I'm not a girl. Never sought a husband. But do you other girls out? Do you really know who your enemies are? Like, am I your enemy telling you to go and major in accounting and stay in shape and exercise and go have fun? Am I the bad guy because I didn't tell you what you wanted to hear? And these are the good girls because they're team woman? Does Jamie's death mean anything? That it? People slamming on Bullet Train was superb. It was. It was. I'm shocked. Justin didn't find it interesting. Are we done? I think we're caught up. We're caught up. All right. Let us close with the good morning, Coronachan prayer. Let us bow our heads and pray. Dear great and merciful Coronachan, thank you for your non-sentience and zero F's given truth, the teeth and threats that have been missing so much in the real world, that are yet necessary for us to value life, acknowledge truth, and love our fellow man. May your nature continue to expose the evil and parasitic among us, the lazy and those that put themselves above all others, our slave masters who have kept us enslaved, teachers who can be replaced by YouTube, and the stupid and unprepared who ride for toilet paper when there is none. Bless us, O great Coronachan, and reward us, specifically those of us who are smart enough to have a 1-month supply of toilet paper and who stocked up on 5.56 ammo as a matter of basic insurance policy. And may thy blessing come in the form of lower asset prices, less boomers, less traffic, cheap gas, and near free airline flights. In thy name, Wuhan, Wuhan. Amen. There we go. Oh, do I have to say? Oh, I do have to save that. Any other super chat? We're going to be boo. Body, bee. We're done. See you guys later. Toodles.